I'm Jerry Kidd, and I want to welcome you to another in the series of professional development videos. Today we caught up with Judith Rickman, and she's going to tell us how she managed to represent a buyer on a property, close the escrow, turn around and resell it just a few weeks later, and have her client put money in their pocket. Let's join Judith in progress.
There's always a qualified buyer with cash in hand. Here, look at this situation. You've got an executive, he owns his own company, and they want to swap their perfectly beautiful house.
Intelligent, successful people just really managed to create this huge financial mess because they ignored the data. They ignored the hard facts. Well, I'm a money maker, a deal maker, and that's the only reason why my clients actually seek me out. The client that I'm going to tell you about, he's a successful business owner. But here's a new fact. The client, he's in love, he's getting married, and he wants to put the fiance in an even bigger, grander, nicer house. We ended up in a multiple offer situation. The first buyers, they backed out, and now my client's offer gets accepted. So here's where my deal making starts. My client is financially solid. He's like a rock. The seller got a dose of reality religion. My numbers say the market actually went down by 13%. So my client gets the house at $260,000 less. Closes the escrow, and that's how deal makers earn their commission. That's not the end. The fiance now decides that she actually wants to live closer to her mother. My client calls me to say he wants to sell. He's owned it for 1 week, and the market, as we all know, is definitely not shooting up anymore. The client wants it sold for $500,000 more than he just paid a week ago, and an additional $500,000 out of the hat. And no way are we going to sell for that amount. We want $2.4 million. It took 2 weeks. How did I get my client a buyer to offer $2.4 million? How did I manage for my client to walk away with $400,000? My client who bought first and the client who bought second are both very successful business people. But they both had something in common. They bought with emotions instead of data. Like a hot potato, it's now on the market again for $2.499. A third of so-called deals never make it to escrow because the realtors didn't have a clue on how to hold the deal together. This is what a deal maker does.